Morning, All Saints family. Please join Ed and me on our expedition to Tesla's Dal, a farming community between Caledon and Napier, where we got lost on farm roads, and I saw how living in unity with nature and not imposing self-will brings about harmonious living, and we also experienced hospitality and kindness to strangers. But first we have to backtrack slightly. On Christmas Day, I received a gift of a pottery jar with lid which contained fynbos honey. The pottery came from the kitchen at Bakhat Pottery in Tesla's Dal. We had never heard of Tesla's Dal and decided to visit while staying at Fishhaven. I have to give you a heads up. Due to time constraints, we will not reach Tesla's Dal on this journey. We set out mid-morning on a clear summer's day, armed with our trusty tom-tom, a direction finder, and took the N2 towards Caledon. Soon we were passing the wheat fields, where the harvesters' deep grooves in the soil were still visible, and huge bales of hay dotted the lands. The road dipped and curved for mile upon mile of undulating hills, with a beautiful range of mountains forming a majestic background. No tall buildings obstructed the big open skies, and soft white lamb clouds drifted slowly across the sky. Certainly, no painter can compete with this landscape painting, created by the author of all beauty. Once we left Caledon behind, the tom-toms indicated to turn onto a gravel road, which was reasonably good. Another turn over a bridge covering a fast-flowing river, and we stopped in front of a formidable farm gate, tall and long and padlocked, with a large poster that read, Longacale Walker Farm, strictly private property. I left Ed to recalculate the tom-tom and returned to the bridge where all was calm and quiet, except for the rippling of the water. My attention was drawn to two young men walking down a steep hill, followed by a cow and another young man bringing up the rear. All went well until halfway down the cow decided to veer to the left. The lead youngster was now standing on the gravel road opposite the river and whistled encouragingly, but the cow paid no attention. I thought the cow would be jostled by the youngsters. Nothing happened. The cow stopped after a few steps and started grazing. The boy stood and watched, and the youngster in the street sat down on the verge of the gravel road, in complete harmony with their way of life, and without the need to impose their will on the cow. I was reminded of some words from a poem. The Creator of all waits for us in stillness. Ed broke the serenity of this little scene on the koppie when he pulled up next to me on the bridge. To the astonishment of the young boy seated on the side of the road, we continued up the gravel road, swaying and jolting along the rutted road. When I inquired whether this road led to Tesla's Dal, he frowned and told us we could either return to Caledon or continue along the N2 and turn right at Oda's Kraal signpost. Another surprise was approaching us on this narrow road. A farmer on a large tractor, towing a trailer, but with ease he turned onto the verge at an alarming angle and waved as we passed him. When we turned, we could see another gravel road, climbing high into the mountains, and in the far distance, Tesla's Dal was nestled at the base of the mountain, surrounded by a greenbelt area. Once again Ed was tempted, and we passed a whitewashed farmhouse with cabled balcony and lush green lawns. Halfway up, we decided it would be best to turn round and ask for directions at the farmhouse. Chris came to the fence, followed by two pug dogs, and asked how he could be of help. He offered coffee and then went to the trouble of writing directions, identifying exact mileage to each turnoff on the farm roads once we were on Oda's Kraal Farm Road. Chris didn't make us feel that we were disturbing him, but was concerned that we were directed to the correct roads. He acted with warmth and kindness and displayed a generous, helpful spirit. What a memorable experience of sincere hospitality. Also, it turned out that our young shepherd was spot on with his directions too. As soon as we turned away from these gravel roads, the tom-tom sprang back to life and recalculated a direct route to Tesla's Dal. Without its technical glitch, these two meaningful connections would not have happened. I end with a section of a poem by an unknown poet. Lord, open my eyes that I may see you in creation. Open my heart that I may feel your love, unblocking the arteries of life. Open my mind that I may know with glad certainty the daily celebration of your presence and revel in nature's beauty. Open my lips that I may sing your praise as I walk the road of faith today. Blessings always, and take care.